morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody? Come on in, come on in, come on in. I'm gonna give everybody a few moments to join in. I promise you, I like to do short broadcasts. I promise you, I will not be here long. So come in. If you could, as you come into the broadcast, go ahead and share it. Make sure that you tag one of your sisters in success. You tag somebody that will truly benefit from being a part of this broadcast. I promise you, I believe this challenge is really going to change the lives of women all over the place. So please come on in, say hello. As you come into the broadcast, let me know that you are here. I know it is Saturday. You're getting ready to get out with your families. And I will not hold you up long, but anytime that something weighs heavy on you or is dropped in your spirit, I've learned in this season that you always have to release it. Good morning, little sister, tuning in from Houston, Texas. Thank you for joining in. Tan, thank you for being here. Go ahead and say hello and share the broadcast for me. I'm going to give a few more moments. I just shared this on Instagram, and I want to make sure anybody that needs to be here makes it into the place. So say good morning. Let me know you're present. Happy Saturday to each of you. If you are already a part of the Balance Your Blessing Challenge, drop that in the comments as well. Come on in, come on in, come on in, everybody. Hello. Hello, Venetia, BFF checking in. Thank you for being here. Y'all, I am just so excited because let me tell you why, before I even jump in, why people are still tuning in. Over 50 people have already joined the Balance Your Blessings free challenge, right? For me, that's a big deal because that says a lot. That's 50 women that are no longer going to be overwhelmed. There are 50 women that are no longer going to be frustrated. They're not going to be overtaken by the different crowns that they wear in life. Good morning, Tamika. I'm so excited. I feel like I have Texas, Tennessee, California already tuning in. Thank you for being here. But 50 women, over 50 women now. I haven't even checked the analytics this morning to see where we are. But to know that so many women are in need of this challenge, are excited about this challenge. The feedback is coming in. I cannot wait to share the testimonials with you. So thank you for being a part of that. Thank you for just acknowledging. I think acknowledging that you need support, acknowledging that you are in a place really is the first step, the biggest step that you could ever take in anything that you're going to do that's life-changing is to admit that you need support. So again, welcome, welcome, welcome. So if you're new to my page and you're tuning in, you're not familiar with me and what I do, I certainly wear a lot of different crowns. And so I am Melody Lachey. I am the creator of the Sister and Success Women Empowerment Brunch. I am the creator of the Fearless Free Community. I am the Melody Lachey brand, your international speaker and your life management coach. And I am here to help you to successfully balance and enjoy the crowns that you pray for. One thing I know is a lot of people that think that they're balanced, but at the same time, they're still not enjoying life. They're still not happy, right? They feel burned down. So it was really put on me, especially in the past couple of years, to make sure that I shift in my platform to make sure as I continue to master balance and continue to figure out how to balance the weight of my crowns, that I share the information with all the women that I encounter because it's so important. I think depression is huge right now. Mental instability is huge right now. And a lot of that comes from all the responsibility that we take on as women that we feel like we have to do naturally, right? We have to nurture, we have to support, we have to be there, we have to show up, we have to be the perfect mom, the perfect wife, the perfect ministry leader, the perfect entrepreneur, the perfect person on the job. We have to be all these different things. And so I wanted to start documenting all the things that I've done, small things that became big things that allowed me to really come together and help other women. So one thing I want you to understand, and this is something that I want to enhance your journey as you go through the Balance Your Blessings Challenge, as you tune in to other challenges. I want you to be prepared for this because oftentimes, even when our intentions are good, even when we're hyped up, even when we're energized, life always happens. And I've learned that regardless of who you are and what you do in life, Whenever you are trying to properly align yourself with whoever you were called to be, whenever you're trying to get in alignment with what God is instructing you to do, your life's purpose, when you're wearing all the crowns that he has given you, the enemy will always show up in some shape, form. I don't care who you are, what you do. Whenever you are getting in alignment, the enemy is always going to show up. So I wanted to come in and do this broadcast. And the title of this broadcast, if you're taking notes, I always encourage notes, is to fight for your freedom. And I think it's important when you prepare for a fight, when you prepare for a battle, that you go in equipped. And one thing I learned is that when you are getting ready, when you look at our armed forces and you think about that, they don't enlist in war and go fight the war the next day. No, they know the war is coming. They know battle is coming. So they go through this series of training. They go through these exercises. They do these things to make sure that they are prepared for whatever it is that they may potentially face in their journey as they fulfill their destiny. So I want to make sure as you go through this life management, this work-life balance, this balancing your crowns challenge, and everything that you're going to do to properly manage your life and get in alignment, I want to make sure that you are equipped for the fight that's necessary in order to be successful. So I want to give you some steps and some things that I do to help me, because if you are not equipped, whenever that thing happens to you, whenever the negativity comes your way, whenever you're faced with the challenge, whenever people keep throwing things at you or you get a curveball, that can be a major pitfall for your life balance challenge. There can be a major pitfall for you as you try to balance all the crowns that you wear. And it gets to the point when that happens, if you're not equipped, it will paralyze you. And I don't want anybody that is eager and ready to shift in their work-life balance to be paralyzed by anything, because we're going to prepare for the things that are getting ready to come our way. So we're talking about work-life balance, and we're talking about fighting for our freedom. And as it relates to this challenge and what we're trying to do, freedom can mean a lot of things. Freedom can be more time with your friends. Freedom can be being able to work your schedule in a way that you can hop in a car and get on the road with your girlfriends. Freedom might be you don't have to sacrifice, your job in order to operate in purpose. Freedom can mean a whole lot of different things for you, right? Freedom can mean that, yeah, I'm an entrepreneur. Yeah, I'm working on this project, but I don't have to let anything else go because I'm in perfect balance. I've navigated around my life to know how can I incorporate everything that makes me happy and not have to sacrifice, right? So we don't want to sacrifice. So let's talk about freedom, because I mentioned that freedom can mean a lot of different things for you. Drop in the comments, what does freedom look like for you? What does it mean for you as it relates to work-life balance? Because you're on this challenge so that you can balance everything that you are. Whether you're a wife, mom, ministry leader, you're over this organization, maybe you started a nonprofit, maybe you have a side hustle, maybe you are, I don't know, in the ministry, whatever you do, you wear a lot of crowns, right? So what does freedom look like for you as you go through this challenge? I want you to drop that in the comments. What does freedom look like for you? Thank you so much for dropping the title in the comments for me. What does freedom look like for you? Me, I wanted to be able to say, hey, I'm going to sit on the couch with my baby and we're going to play Paw Patrol and whatever it is that we're going to play. And I don't have to think about all these different things that I didn't get done in a particular day because I have perfectly planned them out. Or I can up and say, you know what, babe, we getting ready to go out. I'll do this another day because I've scheduled in advance and balanced my life so that I can do that. What does freedom look like for you? So as you're dropping that in the comments, I am going to give you 3 ways, simple ways. And I have many, and I keep dropping those gems to you. Location and independence. Absolutely. Location independence. Y'all, I am serious about being free, about being happy, about being able to do whatever it is that I think I want to do when I want to do it. Period. Peace of mind. Freedom is peace. And I think that is huge right there within itself. I remember somebody asked me, what do I want for something? It might have been an occasion. And usually people expect you to say all these materialistic things and list off all these items. My response was very simple. My response was peace. To be happy. I never forget when Beyonce dropped that album and the beginning of the video says, my only aspiration in life is to be happy. that resonated with me because that is my aspiration in life. I'm not trying to acquire all of these things. These things will happen because I will receive these things. But ultimately, I just want to be happy. I want to live an enjoyable life. And so I've learned to shift my goals from saying, hey, I want to get this car, or I want to get this thing, or this purse, or this whatever. And I'm asking for different types of things. And that's balance. That's peace of mind. That's having joy. That's being ultimately happy and not just putting on a face and looking happy, but truly being happy. So let me give you some things. Let me give you 3 ways to fight. And I promise you, you probably have heard some of these things before, but hopefully you hear it a little bit differently this time. So what I've learned is whenever you're going through a shift, you got to be very particular on the things that you allow into your ears, right? I think you have to guard your ears more than you guard anything else that you have to guard when you are on a true life change journey, right? Usually when I'm getting ready to embark on something huge, or I'm getting ready to do a major life shift, I'm turning off different things. I'm turning off the radio because that's not predictable. You don't know what's getting ready to come on the radio. I'm not going certain places. I'm turning off the TV because again, that's not predictable. I don't know what's getting ready to come on. I don't know what they're getting ready to say. So usually I pre-plan all the things that I'm going to allow to be in my ear at the time. If I need confidence to embark on this journey, if I need to be brave, if I need to know I run the world, if I need to know I'm this and that, whatever it is that I need to know, I'm making sure that I'm pulling those things out and I'm putting it in my ear. For me, music is my thing, right? Like I love music. I'm an Apple Music type of girl. I have several playlists depending on what it is that I need at the given time. I have a girl power playlist because, I am the super women empowerment type person. There are some people that fake women empowerment, but women empowerment is truly my thing. I believe in having sisters in success. I believe in pumping into women. So for me, that whole girl power thing is serious. So I have the songs and the things in my playlist that I need at the time, because you got to know your pitfall. You got to know your insecurity. So since I know what I struggle with, right? I know the things that hit home for me. I know the things that paralyze me. I know the things that make me shrink back. So since I know those things, I have the ability to strategically pick songs and create playlists to combat everything that's going to come my way, because the enemy uses things that he knows are your weaknesses. The enemy uses your fears because he knows that it's going to paralyze you. So you have to first not only acknowledge that you need support, acknowledge that you need balance, but you need to identify the things that usually stop you from accomplishing balance. You got to identify the fears. You got to identify the things that have been paralyzing you in the past, because if you evaluate and you sit down in silence, I promise you, you will be able to identify the things that have paralyzed you and stop you from accomplishing life balance in the past, right? Write those things down. So I have my girl power playlist. Sometimes I have my gospel because I need, the word to come on up in my spirits. Like, Lord, remove these demons, these enemies, these negative thoughts or whatever that's starting to stop me in my path. But sometimes I got to thug it out. And so I got my little boo ratchet. That's what I call it. Boo ratchet playlist. Because sometimes I need to be hyped up. Sometimes I need a little rashness to hype me up. Sometimes I need something to, like she bad, she did, whatever the case may be. Sometimes you need to hear from a different perspective. So I challenge you to go ahead and figure out what you're going to put in your ear. There are some people that do podcasts. That's cool. I like some podcasts, but I'm a music girl. I'm a YouTube girl. So I search empowerment videos, top motivational speeches, because I'm a speaker, right? So since I am a speaker, I am intrigued, I am moved, I am motivated and inspired by speeches, right? So I'm in my car. Just yesterday, I was at the store. This guy, this young boy asked me, hey, what's some songs I could play? It's quiet in here. What can I play? I'm like, I don't know. You got to know. It's something on the radio right now that you love. I was like, actually, there's nothing on the radio right now I love, because I don't listen to the radio. And he had a hard time believing that. Listen, when I'm on a journey, I was like, I'm on a mission right now. So garbage in is garbage out. So I have strategically planned out what I'm going to listen to on a daily basis. So I encourage you to pre-plan what you're going to listen to. Remember the insecurities and the fears that the enemy always uses to attack you. And make sure you have them on hand so that you're fully armored for the fight that's going to come your way, right? So that sounds simple, but I promise you, it changes your life when you really know exactly what's going to go into your ears and you protect the things that you're listening to, right? So get a podcast, YouTube, create your playlist on Apple Music, Tidal, whatever y'all use, and Spotify, and make sure that you're putting something in particular in your ear to prepare you to fight for your freedom. Number 2, this is something that I promise you, I preach about probably for the past 7 years since I've been in business. Creating that group of sisters in success. And I want to make sure that you don't make any mistake, because that group of sisters in success, it can be several different groups. Matter of fact, it needs to be several different groups. And let me tell you why. Oftentimes when we're faced with challenges or we're going through life, we go to the same sisters in success. And those same sisters in success can't share in all aspects of your life. So you have got to have different groups of women, different circles of women that you can run to. How you run into somebody that doesn't even get what you're going through, right? So I have different groups of friends. I have a group of friends that are parents. You got to have that, right? I can't go to the group of friends that don't have children, and that's a challenge that I'm facing at that particular time, or something that I need to get through. I need a support system from somebody that has children, or has at least been a guardian or a mentor that can serve in their capacity to support me and help me armor myself in that fight for freedom as it relates to being a mom, right? Then I have another group of friends that are entrepreneurial. So I can't go to the friends. Now, sometimes they can encourage you, they can pray for you, and that's helpful. But when I need to get down in there and I have a deep challenge, I need to go to the group of women that are also on the entrepreneurial journey, because they know how to support me, because they honestly can sympathize with me. That's the thing. See, some people can empathize with you, but they can't sympathize with you. And that's important. You have to determine who can empathize and who can sympathize. Empathize means, yeah, I can probably imagine what you're going through and what that feels like or what you should do. But I don't really know, because I'm only imagining that because I haven't experienced it. Then you have a group of people that can sympathize. Why? Because they've been there, they've done that, they've experienced that, they have the wisdom. So make sure you're categorizing the people that you go to when you need support, when you need to embark on some life journey, when you're on some project, when you're running for whatever goal. Make sure you have identified who those people are, and make sure you have a group of people that you are very clear on, who can understand what you're going through, that know what you're going through, right? So regardless, like if you're trying to excel in your career, and as women, I'm in corporate, and I know all about that glass ceiling and what it looks like to be a woman in corporate, right? So I know what that struggle looks like. So if I have someone that's going into, maybe she's just graduated from college and she's struggling in that area, but she knows she's sharp, I can help her navigate that journey that she's on, that challenge, that adversity, because I've been there. I've done that. I know what it means to make sure that you're equipped to be a true leader, that light that shines in the midst of darkness, that stands out in a very dark room and help you glow, because I've had to do that. So I hope that makes sense with you. I know people say get you a circle, but you got to be very clear on what that means to get you a circle. You can't get any old circle. You need a circle for this, that, whatever crown you wear. Make sure you have people that support you in that particular crown. Now, I have some women that are career bosses. They are also entrepreneurs. They have children, and they are wives. See, now we can talk all day long, because now we have all this full spectrum. We wear all the same crowns at the same time. So that's very important to you. So I hope that helps. Let me know in the comments. Is that helpful for you to make sure that you're clear on who you're going to? Because some of y'all going to talk to people about your vision and they can't see. Good. So it's helping. Awesome. So I just want to make sure, because I have so many incredible women in my life. And because I have so many incredible women that wear different crowns, it does not matter what battle I'm preparing for or what battle I'm facing with, whether it's, some challenge as it relates to being a mom, some challenge as it relates to being a wife, some challenge as it relates to ministry. Regardless of what it is, I have sisters in success that can help me prepare for the battle that's going to come. Because regardless of how strong you are, how sharp you are going to face the enemy. You are going to have to fight in all the different crowns that you wear. So thank you for that. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for letting me know what's going on. So this last one, it may make some people uncomfortable, but I tell you, it was revolutionary in my life as I began to grow, as I began to shift, as I began to figure out what work-life balance meant for me, and ultimately how to find peace, a rewarding, happy, non-overwhelmed life. This last one is to get a therapist. See, a lot of people think that when you get a therapist, that something has to be wrong with you. You have to already be going with stuff. But my recommendation is as you embark on a journey, before you face challenges and adversity, go ahead and get the therapist. Go ahead and build a rapport. Go ahead and start talking out some things. Nothing has to be going on with you or being or wrong with you. No challenges or adversity to go to a therapist. I think that as women, as progressive women that wear any crown, you need somebody to help you to properly navigate that crown. You need somebody where you can 100% be 100%, right? So yeah, we have different circles of people that usually we're not 100%. We don't give it all. We give most of it, some of it, kind of it, but we don't give everything. But when you have a therapist, there's a privilege there to where you can be free 100%. And you have somebody that is trained. Again, that training is key to help you whatever fight and battle that you're on. I am serious about getting a therapist, guys. That is the biggest weapon that you can have against the enemy, because you have somebody that's helping you to condition your thoughts, condition your actions, condition how you process anything that you may face. So I think it's very important as you embark on this work-life balance journey, this life management thing, this balance, this get rid of overwhelm type of life, that you get somebody that can support you mentally and emotionally in this process. As a woman that is a wife, not just any wife, I'm a first lady, I'm a pastor's wife. I have a very busy little boy who's incredible, but busy, sharp, but a handful. I am a ministry leader. I am an entrepreneur. I am in senior management. I'm an international speaker. I travel outside of the pandemic. I traveled all the time. And these are the very important roles that require a lot of my time and a lot of my energy. And I have to give myself 100%. And in order to do that, I have to have some type of release and somebody to help me navigate what life looks like. So if anybody needs a therapist, I am connected to a lot of great therapists. I love my therapists. Feel free to reach out to me, DM me, whatever it is that you need to do, because I think it's so necessary. Whether it's EAP at your job, go through your insurance, pay out, whatever you want to do, whatever makes you comfortable. Get somebody that can help you balance mentally and emotionally as you go through these different phases, especially in this challenge. I just want to say that because usually when you're taking this type of challenge, you've already reached a place of overwhelming frustration, right? So whenever you have overwhelming frustration already in place, then you have to do something. So when that thing that's unexpected shows up for you, you have got to have a way to process that, right? When trauma, dramatic experiences, chaotic things happen in your life that you could have never imagined, when death happens, when hurt happens, when brokenness happens, you have got to have an unbiased person that's open and willing to listen to you, will challenge you, not just let you think you're right, give you perspective on your role in things and help you process, right? So I hope you heard that, right? Because I know a lot of people that talk about getting therapists, and the reason I know is a lot of people that talk about it that never get them. It took me I talked about getting a therapist for years. And so I finally got one maybe a year ago, actually probably a little over a year ago. And I was so happy I finally made this step, and I was so nervous on the first time going. I was like, what are we going to talk about? When you're being proactive, that's what you think. What are we going to talk about? Because nothing's happening at that time. But during that relationship, things did happen to me. Challenges did come up. The enemy did attack. And because I already had that, I had somebody on speed dial like, listen, I need to see you. Where you at? Can we get on the phone? This was going on, to process and manage everything that was happening in my life, to manage and balance the crowns. All right. So let's recap real quick. 3 ways to fight for freedom. Put something positive in your ear. Number 2, connect with the right sisters in success. So form different groups of sisters in success for each crown that you wear. Number 3, get a therapist. I want you to know that it's so much more involved with work-life balance and life management than just saying I'm setting my goals and getting a planner. I wanted to create something different than just saying let's do a goal setting class. I do goal setting class. That's awesome. That's great. But to me, that's at the end of the process, right? There are some prerequisites that have to happen. Stop every time you get overwhelmed and think that you're going to get your life together, that you're going to go get a planner, and that planner is going to be your everything. It's going to change your life. It's going to save your life, because that's not true. Because there's some other mental, emotional, there's some other reprogram that has to happen in order for you to truly accomplish life management and balance the crowns that you wear. So I know most of you probably have 10 planners, calendars, goal setting classes, whatever, which you need those. But the first thing that has to happen is the mindset shift, the process, the systems, the different things that you have to do mentally and emotionally so that you can truly accomplish work-life balance. Okay. So if you have not enrolled in the Balance Your Blessings Challenge, if you have not done that, I promise you, you done missed out. You are missing out. The challenge is not going to go on forever, guys. So I want you, you can drop it in the comments. You can either go to my website, themelodylachey.com, and you can click freebies, and then it'll take you to the course. Go straight to the page right now and enroll in it. bit.ly/balance-YB. Again, that's case sensitive. So drop that in the comments for me, somebody, the link. So all you have to do is click the link. If you have not done so already, you are missing out on a grand opportunity to reprogram, to reshift, to really live that whatever your definition of freedom is, that peace of mind, that joy, that happiness, that freedom, whatever it is, you're missing an opportunity. And I'm not just saying that because it's my course. I'm saying that because I went through a process where I documented everything that I was doing because I knew that it was going to help somebody else. That's an extensive process that I've gone through to document what have I really done so that I can get to a place of balance. Because if you don't, that weight of that crown or your crowns will crush you. And I don't want it to crush you. So I thank you for being here live. And you know what? This is probably the first lady in me. But for whatever reason, I'm going to pray us out. Feel free to join us tomorrow at Cain in the House of Glory, by the way. We have a growing ministry, but I'm going to pray us out. And I hope that when you get off of here, if you're not in the challenge, that you will go ahead and opt into the challenge. I promise you at the end of the challenge, there's an incredible bonus that's going to change your life. Oh, gracious and eternal Father God, we just thank you for allowing us to be in this place today. God, we just thank you for everybody that's on this broadcast, that's everybody that's connected to this place, God. We know that it is no coincidence that they showed up on a Saturday morning. There are a lot of people that slept in. There are a lot of people that slept on their stuff, God, but they woke up today and they woke up with intentionality, God. So we thank you for allowing them to be present. God, we are embarking on this work-life balance journey, God. We want to have that peaceful life. We want to have a happy life. We want to have an enjoyable life. Lord, we want to be able to hop up and go when we get ready. We want to be free. So God, help us to fight on this battle to freedom, God. Help us to be everything that you called us to be and let it not be stressful, Lord. Go forth and you touch the woman that wears a lot of crowns, God. Touch the wife, touch the mother, touch the ministry leader, touch the entrepreneur, touch the person that's in the career, God. Touch the purpose that's searching for clarity right now in whatever crown that she has, Lord. Lord, lift the weight and the burden of those crowns, Lord, and let them get in proper alignment with whoever you call them to be, God. Lord, I ask that you just encourage their hearts right now to join this challenge and let it be life-changing. Let it change the lives of women all over this world. Let us extend past Tennessee. Let us extend past Atlanta. Let us extend past Texas. Let us extend past just the U.S., God, and let it touch women all over the world. In the mighty name of Jesus, we pray, God, and it is so. Amen, amen, and thank God. Thank you all for being here. I have enjoyed this time that we've had together. I'm going to keep coming in with enhancements to the challenge. And I hope that everything that we have, you share and that it changes your life. Have an incredible, incredible, incredible Saturday. And I cannot wait to see you in the challenge. Be blessed.